Hello guys, welcome back. In my previous video, we discussed about the system stability and causality. Now today we'll discuss about the LTI system and also convolution of continuous time signal. So first we start with the linear time invariant system. Here it is LTI system, and we already discussed about the linearity and time invariant system. So here is the block diagram of simple LTI system. If we give the input xt, then we got the output yt through the impulse response of the system. So in we impulse response and transfer function terms are only used for LTI system, and impulse response is used for defining LTI system in time domain, transfer domain for frequency domain, and transfer function is given by of this system by this equation. Ys equal to hs access and hs equal to ys. So transfer is given by this equation. Ys is equal to hs access. Hs is for as domain function, and impulse response in as domain it is ys equal to access. So it is output beta input. Now we get output by the two conditions. Okay, here we have initially condition that are not our stable system, so we get the response due to the this one, and up and another response we get to the zero state response, and first response we get zero input response. If we give the zero input, we should not get the output for the LTI system, because it's make the system not linear. If we get the output for zero input response, it means our system is non-linear. So for linearity of the system, initially condition are assumed to be zero, because non-zero initial condition make the system non-linear. So we already consider it is zero. So we only consider the output for zero state response. And next is convolution. So convolution of the two signals are given by this equation. We get the output through the convolution. If we give the input xt and impulse system is st, then we get the output by this equation. In integration method, we show this representation. Okay, so these are three equations for convolution. Next we discussed about the stability of LTI system. We will do some question for better understanding of convolution. In many exams, the question were asked from convolution. So stability of the continuous time LTI system. So if our input is bounded, then we should get bounded output. So for bounded, let's consider this equation. This is our convolution equation. So integration minus infinity to t h tau x t minus d tau, where t is constant and tau is variable. So we integration with respect to the tau. So integration with respect to the tau. So let's consider our input is bounded at this is has the some value of when we took its module. So suppose that is its value varies from some point to less than to infinity. So its value is finite. So take module of this equation, we get this one, and after this one we get this equation. So this for this equation, mod of s tau xt minus tau we can written like this one. mod as tau and mod xt minus tau. So for this one we already get this value because this is bounded input. So for bounded output, this integration should be absolutely integrable. So from this equation we can say that the output should be bounded if the integration minus infinity to plus infinity as tau, or we can say minus infinity to t as tau dt should be also be bounded, or we can say that absolutely integrable. So for continuous time signal is to be stable if the impulse response must be absolutely integrable. Now we discussed about the parallel connection of LTI system, continuous time LTI system. So these are the parallel system diagram, and we can represent in single diagram xt input and s is our total system gain, or yt is output. So for yt, in this diagram, what is yt? Yt is y1 plus y2. So why can we write this? From convolution theorem we can write this xt1 convolution. This is sign of convolution, not for multiplication. Okay, please remember this is sign of convolution. So xt convolution s1t, because xt goes to in this direction, and plus xt plus s2t. So xt again goes to this one. So h1 is the this system response, and s2 is this event, this 4. And we can write this sequence to this equation by convolution theorem. X tau h1 t t minus tau integration to t x tau h2 t minus tau. So again we return. So we can combine these integration, and we can return h1 t minus tau plus h2 t minus tau. So h equivalent, because h1 plus h2 we consider h equivalent. H equivalent is equal to h1 plus t1. So we can write finally we can write ht convolution h1 plus t. So we can say that when is parallel connection is given, we can directly add them h1 plus h2. So this expression implies that convolution possesses the distribution property. Okay, so this is the proof of distribution property. And now next property is cumulative property. So xt convolution st equal to st convolution xt. We already written this equation. Okay, this equation for the cumulative property. Okay, this is xt convolution st, and this is for ht convolution xt. Okay, now we will discuss about the cascade connection. The cascade connection are given for continuous time LTI system. So H1 is the here and H2 is here. So we can say that white is Z, ZT, and ZT is output of the system. So ZT convolution ST. Now we can expand ST, and we can write like this XT convolution S1T convolution S2T. So finally we again write xt plus convolution h1 convolution h2. So we can say that convolution possesses the associative property. Next property is shift property. If convolution theorem say that if x convolution st then is equal to y2, and xt minus tau, we shift the our input by t1 and system response is t2, then y equal to t minus t1 minus t2. This will be our final output. So we will prove this. Please prove it by the two equation we already written about related to the convolution. So shifting property is given by this equation. And next topic is convolution with impulse function. If we convolution xt with our impulse function, then we get xt minus tau. We shift the our input to t node. Okay, if we shift the our impulse, then our input should be shifted by t node. We already discussed this equation in delta function, where we discussed about the property of delta function. Then convolution with unity step function. Then convolution of unity step function given by this equation. Okay. If here is 1 dash, then we get t dash. Okay, delta dash. If here is u dash 1, sorry u1, then we get u1 means differentiation of this one. So differentiation of this one, we get delta t. So this one xt, and we will do some question. So first question is given. Our input is given e to the power minus t ut, and system is st. Impulse is e minus 2t ut. So we have to solve this. Y2 equal to x tau as t minus tau, then equal to min integration minus into plus infinity e to the power minus tau u tau, and e to the power minus 2 t minus tau u t minus tau. Here is also t minus tau. So this equation will satisfy when ut, so tau should be greater than 0 for this equation, because in unity step function, when tau is less than 0, so ut will be 0. So for get the output, t must be greater than 0. So we change the limit 0 to infinity and took the e to power minus 2t outside the integration. So e to the power tau, so we get finally e to the power minus 2 tau. So integration 0 to infinity e to the power tau ut minus tau. Then we can say that if tau is less than t, then it will give the 1, and when tau is greater than t, it gives the 0. So in first case, when t is less than, so first case when t is less than 0, if t is less than 0, then tau is less than 0. So by t we will get 0 for t is less than 0, because less than 0 we already said that this will be 0 to infinity. We consider 0 to infinity, or will not consider this condition, because here is with tau t ut u tau, we already said that integration will be 0 to infinity. So this case will now can consider. Here is y t equal to 0, and second case, when t is greater than 0, the shift step function ut minus to the two different value yt. So this case we discuss already. Okay, so this case we discuss. This will give to the 0 answer. And now for 0 to t, if greater than t is greater than 0, it will be e to the power minus t, e to the power minus 2t. So answer will be this one. So next is some condition for LTI system. So an LTI system, yt equal to kxt and st equal to k delta t, if input is impulse function. So impulse function yt is the function of which x form is 1, r form is 1. For static LTI system, impulse response should be impulse at origin. Our system is static if the impulse response will be at origin. Okay, so we have to tell the which system is static or which system is dynamic. We already discussed the static and dynamic system. Then this is static system because it is at origin, and this is dynamic system because this is not at origin, and this is also dynamic, and this one is also dynamic. This is also this is static because a static function should be free from frequency. Okay, so this is static function and this is dynamic function because it depend upon the frequency. As we put the s equal to j omega, then we will get omega j omega plus 1. This depend upon the frequency. So this is dynamic system, and next is our static system is memoryless and dynamic system is with memory. So this is memory system with memory system. This is also with memory system. And filters are dynamic system because it depend upon the frequency. So all filters, like we discussed, we will discuss about the FIR filters, IR filters. They all are dynamic because they depends upon the frequency. Next we will discuss about the condition for LTI system to be causal. If LTI system causal कब होगा? When S tau is 0 for all tau less than 0. So ST equal to 0 when t is less than 0. अगर 0 की t का वैल्यू 0 से छोटा होगा तो ST का वैल्यू क्या होना चाहिए? 0. So here from this equation we can understand infinity minus infinity to plus infinity as tau xt minus tau for future input should not be given. So this is not equal to 0 and this should be 0 for causality for all less than equal to less than tau less than 0. So in diagram we will understand which one is static or which one is causal or which one not causal. So in this diagram, this is causal because it depend on the ST is not the ST is not 0, ST is not 0, sorry, ST is 0 for t less than 0, and in this ST is 0, ST is not 0 for t less than 0, and this is not causal system, this is causal system, and this is also causal system, and this is non-causal system. So transfer for causal system for stability. Now we'll discuss about the stability. For stability, the poles of transfer function poles should be left hand side. Okay, and pole at 0 it gives the marginal stability. Now we'll do some question and check the stability of system. So first try to solve this question. This is stable or not. So one point to remember here: if system is stable, then ST should be absolutely integrable. Okay, so this one is we already discussed about the stability in last page. That for stability of LTI system, the impulse response should be absolutely integrable. So this, please try to check this is as integrable or not, and this is integrable or not. So all these are integrable. Okay, so you have to check this one and this one also, and if please write the answer in my comment box. And this is stable, this is also stable, this is not stable, I think so, and this is also stable. Next question is check the stability of causality of check the stability and causality of continuous time LTR system. So first one, e की power minus 4t. So this system is causal because as t is 0 when t is less than 0. Okay, so this system is causal. This system is also stable because we can integrate this one easily. Okay. Second question is given as t equal to e to the power minus 60 u 3 minus t. So this system is not causal because when 3 minus t should be greater than 3 minus t should be greater than 0, then t less than t less than 3. So for t should be less than 3 in this condition. So as for causality, as t should be 0 for t less than 0, because this is not 0, because as this function is very start from minus 52 प्लस 3. ओके, तो t का यहाँ पे लिमिट क्या है minus 52 प्लस 3. So for minus for t less than 0 it is not 0, so this is not causal, and in this condition t is greater than 0 here, it is start from 2 to infinity. So this system is causal and this is not causal. This is unstable and you have to tell me why is unstable. For stability, this the system is should be absolutely integrable. So please tell me why it is unstable. And third is as t equal to e to the power minus 2t u t plus 10 u u t plus 50. So for this one, this is not causal because t is minus 50. Okay, here is t is minus 50. So this is saying that t plus 50 greater than 0. So t should be minus 50. T should be greater than minus 50. So here is some part of in minus axis. So t should not 0 here. This system is not causal and this is stable because we can absolutely integrate this one. Fourth one is as t equal to e to the power 2t u minus t minus t. So this system is also not causal. Then you have to tell me why it is not causal in my comment box. And this is stable and this is not causal because we mod it. When we mod the non-causal system, this will go. This is have the input. This is have the graph line in minus x-axis. Okay, so this is also not causal. This is stable and this is causal system because as t is 0. Here is given. Okay, here is given as t ut. So ut is the स्टेप फंक्शन एंड स्टेप फंक्शन की क्वालिटी क्या होती है when t is less than 0 it gives the 0 and when t is greater than 0 it is gives the 1. So this system is step causal and this is also stable. Please try to verify answer. If you have any doubts you can ask me in comment box. Thank you guys.